Hello YouTube, this is Tomas at Large coming at you with a review of this 50cc 2004 Aprilia Mojito scooter. So this 2004 Aprilia Mojito 50cc, as you can tell, it's a 50cc scooter with room for two people, so it's one of the larger ones, at least in terms of body. This one is made by Aprilia, and it's reminiscent of the Honda Joker scooter of years past, except this one, as you can tell, has a plastic covering here on the handlebars, whereas the Joker typically has the exposed chrome handlebars. It is currently at 3,183 miles. The speedometer is a little optimistic, as is the case on most scooters, so that mileage may not be exact. The seating arrangement is very comfortable. It has this nice plush leather seat, which, as you can tell, has enough room for two passengers. The only thing missing here on the 50cc, which is included on the 125cc, are foot pegs, which does compromise passenger comfort a bit, but as you can tell, the floorboard here does widen out a bit towards the back so as to allow at least some room for the passenger to place his or her foot. Right now the scooter has only the center kickstand, although a side kickstand kit is available. The gentleman that I bought it from installed a custom Leo Vince touring exhaust, and I'll get more into the engine modifications later on. The rear headlight arrangement is here. So you've got your turn signals, of course, and the stop lamp, which has been replaced with an LED lamp. Here is the keyhole for opening the storage compartment of the underseat. So let me go ahead and do that now. It's a little difficult to open it with just one hand because you've got to twist the key to the open position and then push up on the seat. So bear with me just 1 second while I do that. So here is the underseat storage. It is not particularly roomy in comparison to other scooters, even the Chinese ones. It's about enough room. In my case, I've got some clothes stuffed in here, but it's about enough room for a jet helmet, such as this one over here, so it's a half helmet, and a few other perhaps tools or change of clothes, but besides that, there's not much room. I've got a spare can of gas here, and this is a two-stroke motor, so it may not be able to be visible on the camera, but basically you've got your fuel cap here on the left and your oil cap here on the right. Coming over here to the front of the scooter, you see we have two nice rear view mirrors, and we've got the usual instrumentation here on the dash. Of course, as we showed you before, we have the speedometer with the fuel gauge, engine oil light, which comes on when the oil reserve is being used. We've got the fuel reserve light over here, turn signals, high beams, and lights, which are always on in this model of the scooter. Here we've got the buttons for the high beam, low beam, turn signals, horn, kill switch, and electric start. Throttles on this side, front brake here, and rear brake here. Well, let me go show you the front. So we've got a very nice prominent headlight, Vespa style, on the front, and the two turn signals here. Here's the grill for the horn. On some models of the Mojito, which has also been named the Habana in some countries, these are actually the lights that work as the turn signals, but in this model, that's reserved to these lights up here. We've got standard Maxxis tires on front and rear, and of course here we have the disc brake. There we go. So as far as the performance of the scooter goes, this scooter was actually modified by the gentleman that I bought it from. He, as aforementioned, installed the custom exhaust, and he also opened up the jet on the carburetor. So right now the scooter does travel cruising speed at about 45 miles per hour. Like I said, the speedometer is optimistic, so when it's at 50, you're doing about 45, 46 miles per hour. I would say max speed on a downhill tucked in is about 50, 52 miles per hour, but that's when the two-stroke motor is really at high revs, which of course for two-stroke motors isn't that big of a problem, but you don't want to exceed the mechanical limitations of the scooter, and it does indeed tremble at speeds of above 50 miles per hour.